Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, people. I see you. Thank you. I need to go in here and see what's going on. Thanks, lovelies, for joining me. Thank you very much. Can you hear my music? Can you hear my music? Can you hear my music? I wonder how this lighting is. Is the lighting good? Is it bright? Can you see me? Is that better? Should I take it forward? Hi, Joy. If you can hear me. Hi, sweetie. It's such a beautiful day. I don't know what is happening. Oh, he heard me. Suki heard me. He said the lighting is good. Oh, thank you. Oh, Ron. Oh, Yenny. I'm so happy to have you join me. Have you join us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Suki. The lighting is good. Thank you very much for that. Oh my God, it's hot today. I don't know if today's the hottest day. I knew some days ago, sometime last week, it was said that that was the hottest day. That was going to be the hottest day in the year. But today, okay, don't get me wrong. I love sunshine. I love the whole summer vibe. But it's just kind of humid. It's so hot. But I'm not complaining. Hey, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the weather. Not complain at all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for making all the time to join me. Thank you so much. I'm just grinning from from ear to ear. Thank you. Suki, how are you? I hope you're well. Thank you for joining. Oh, Stephanie. Hi, okay. She's here. Hi, on Oyobosa. Oh my God. Oh, thank you all so much. Thank you. How's your Sunday going? How's your day been? Are you hot? Are you okay? Are you in the garden? Are you having barbecue? What are you doing? Hello, friend, as well. Hello, DJ Alexo. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Suki. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. That's a kind compliment. Thank you so much. Suki, So I'm just waiting for my guests to join in. I hope they can connect. I hope they can connect. I was actually playing some jazz, some I call it a fire worship saxophone jazz. Oh, it's so beautiful. So I was just using that to just serenade my atmosphere while I'm just looking at the trees from where I am, doing their thing. The sun is still out. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it when the trees dance. And I love music. Okay. So I'm still waiting. Do you want to just write to me what you're doing, what you've been up to today, Sunday? For those who went to church after you got back, or how the whole weekend has been so far for you. Have you enjoyed it? Or are you still enjoying it? Because the day is still quite some hours to go. Tell me how you're feeling. While we wait for our guests to join us. We are still on growth and gratitude. Well, you know what? Today is just the final date. So today is the last week of the month of June. And it's actually the last Sunday. So today's the last day we're going to be having this, season for growth and gratitude. Be inspired. And I want to remind you the reason why I did this. The month of June is really remarkable for me, and I believe for everyone, because it's just right in the middle of the year, isn't it? June is just sitting right in the middle. So it's the 6th month of the year, and we have the next 6 months to go. And my birthday was on the 1st. So that inspired me to want to do this, to really talk and share and draw your attention to the whole growth walk. I would say it's a growth journey. It's a journey, right? Yeah, it's a journey. Starting from January up until June. Also up on the 1st of June, which is my birthday, or which was my birthday. And really wanting to bring our minds back to be very intentional about gratitude and why we need to live in the consciousness of it, because it's really the center of everything that we are, and what we're doing, how we're living, how we're getting on. It's just so important to have a conversation and to get anyone or those who are interested, and also everybody, to just be part of this, and let's talk about it, really, because a lot has happened from January to June, and I think we're still looking forward to a lot happening from June to December. Hello.
Hi.
Oh my God, I love your hair, short hair.
Thank you.
You look so pretty.
Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. Well,
Hi. And happy
I
birthday, Narias.
love you. Thank you.
My queen, happy birthday.
We're still celebrating everybody in the month of June. I'll just explain to our awesome guests who are joining, everyone who's joining us, why I decided to do this.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we still have the next 6 months to go, and I thought it's very important that I love your lighting, honey. Where did that come from?
I said, let me try something and see if it will help.
To give me that light. I want that light. I want to talk. I want to pop it. Oh, that was like fun. That was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, that was really good.
Thank you.
So, in the consciousness of gratitude, I decided, like, you know what,
Mm.
this get some awesome people join us, and whoever wanted to contribute to being this, to just, share how we're feeling about our growth journey and how we're
Mm.
feeling about our gratitude attitude. Very important,
Very,
So,
very.
um, today I just have this or some awesome guests joining me. I think Talk is already here. Where is my co-host? Talks is here. Let me see. Is she coming in? What happened? Okay. All right. I hope she's able to come back in. So that's it. And I just thought we'll speak, we'll share. Last week was awesome. So we've done, this is the 4th week now for this.
Mm-hmm.
This is the 4th week and the final week on the growth and gratitude 30-day growth and gratitude challenge. And it's not ending today, it's ending on the 30th. But okay, I'm just trying to accept some people who need to come into the room. Yes. And it's going to end on the 30th, of course, 30 days of the month of June. And we're going to be gift given.
Yep.
We're going to be gift given because we have some people who have won gifts. We're going to be giving on that day. We're going to be announcing the winners on our platform at Win Nations _. So please go there. If you're not following us, follow us, follow us, and invite people to join us as well. We're going to be announcing the winners on that platform, okay? Last week, we had Father's Day was last week Sunday, and we had 2 awesome, amazing men, powerful men in the house who shared with us the tips on fatherhood and the whole what it meant in that regards, being a dad, being a father. In terms of growth and gratitude, it was just so deep and just amazing. We learned so much. We had the first week, we had awesome speakers. The first week, we had the second week, we had some great women who joined us. Then we had last week, we had fathers, and then today we have this woman. We have Bridget Ellison in with us. She's a relationship coach, and she's also a mental health practitioner. And I have my co-host who I'm still looking for her. I don't know what happened to Talks. She's meant to be joining us. Go live with Talks. Yes, yeah, I've clicked it, and I hope she gets it. Right. So, today we're just going to be sharing again on our growth and gratitude journey, but this time in relationships. Growth and gratitude from the relationship perspective is going to be interesting. I don't want you to go anywhere. Please don't go anywhere. Gather your friends, gather everybody, so we can all share and listen to this. Talks, is that you? Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just trying to set up here.
Yeah.
So
I asked a question earlier that how is the Sunday going? And I think some people answered. Let me go back and read some what was said. Hi, OJ. So OJ was with us last he was with us the first week. First week he was on first week. So Mac for Jesus says weekend has been hot, battling the heat. Oh my God, honey, sorry, but
hot.
At the same time. That's it, because we know we live in seasons. You know that we live in seasons. So we all know that there's a season for everything. So we have the rainy season, We have the dry season and hot season. We have the Hamilton season for those who are
Yeah.
back home. And
Yep.
if you're in other parts of the world, of course, we have winter, we have autumn, we have spring, and then we have summer. And we're in summer now. So when everybody says it's too hot, I'm always like, shh, it's summer. It's meant
Enjoy.
to be hot.
While it lasts.
It's meant to be hot, and we only have 1 month or about 2 months. So to just go, so let's just enjoy it. So I would say what you have to do
Enjoy.
is prepare yourself. Like, get your water, get your warm, get your easy clothing. You know, stay hydrated. Get your sunscreen. Get your cap, so that your bowler hat or your face cap. Get anything that's gonna make you comfortable, because summer is here, baby, and it's not going anywhere. And I don't want it to go anywhere. Please don't call it.
Yeah, don't call it.
Don't do it. Don't call it as if for just enjoy my summer. Let me take all my drinks, sit in the garden. You know, I would have been sitting in the garden right now, but I'm just where I don't want the network to just disappear on me. So I decided to stay somewhere that is gonna be okay, right?
Yeah.
So welcome, folks. I was
Hello.
introduced.
Yeah, I called you just before the live came in. I was going to have a word with you, but never mind. So yes, good evening, everyone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Evening.
Yeah, it's nice to have you here, sis. I see you.
Thank you.
And
How
I got
are
your message
you?
as well.
Yes.
We both love amazing people.
I say you're living my life. We carried out my life. Oh boy. That's so
She's a
good.
lovely, lovely woman. I love the bones of her. She's so pleasant, so pleasant, so pleasant. Anyway.
I'm happy to hear all these positive vibes. It's just nothing is beautiful. You know, I always say that, you know, there's just too much going on, so much negativity. There's just so much going on. You don't want to just dwell on it. So when I see people smiling, I see people looking beautiful, looking happy, it doesn't mean we don't have problems. It doesn't mean we're not going to. It doesn't mean that we're not emotionally over the place. At some point, I'll just all over the place, like all over the place. You know, but we still trying to hold it together. Why? Because that is just the way to just walk towards hope, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
What's the alternative?
Exactly.
What's the alternative?
I don't want. I react because I stress. I'm such a stressor. So my face, I'm gonna break out. I'm trying to look if I have lines under my eyes. If I have.
Oh my God! I just stop.
I don't.
Stop.
Let me tell you something that happened. Yeah, I had a facial done, and apparently there is this technology they can do whereby they can tell your skin age. I never knew that before.
Really?
I know.
That's good.
Yeah, I know. So we've done everything on my face, done everything, and apparently I have skin burn. I didn't know that.
Oh,
So now, yeah, she told me I have skin burn. So because I do have some dark marks.
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Yes, and I was like, can you tell me what's that? I said, oh, she just said it casually. Oh, that's skin burn. I'm like, excuse me? You know, that's how many sons do I have for me to be having skin burn?
You need your sunscreen. Yes,
Exactly.
because you're dark, you just assume I don't need sunscreen.
Exactly.
We all do need sunscreen. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have to be applying sunscreen. That is one. And then two, when they did the skin age for me, apparently my skin age is 42. I was like, yes, thank you, Jesus. Okay. So it's younger than my age.
Okay, I like that part.
So it's younger. So my skin is younger than my actual age. I was excited, but I don't know if it's exciting for people. I was excited. I was like, oh, thank you.
So that means
you're probably eating right and taking lots of fluid, water. Yeah. That will help your skin.
She did say that.
Yeah.
She said I moisturize a lot. She can see that from my skin. The only thing she said is that I need to add more moisture to my face as well. Yeah. The way I'm doing it for my skin, I should do the same for my face. I said, okay, I don't moisturize very often, I'll be honest, but because I know I have an oily, as you can see, my face is shiny. I do have oily skin, so I tend not to want to overdo it. She said, no, keep moisturizing. So I just thought I'd throw that out. So there's a lot to be grateful for. There's a lot to smile about.
Yep. You know, you're saying that now, I just realized that, you know, we had one of our guests last 2 weeks ago. She's a skin Priscilla skin doctor.
Yeah.
She used to tell me years ago that those who had oily skin right, will not age will age
backward.
those who had oily skin, who had dry skin, will age faster than those who had oily.
Well, I'm a living proof then.
It was important to moisturize and moisturize and moisturize.
Yeah.
So it's so amazing that we're actually just going into the whole skin talk now. I wish she was here to join us again, and she just throws it the two. I remember that vividly when she said, you know what, don't worry about, because sometimes we're trying to take the oil. I do that a lot, just trying to take off the oil from the skin, trying to but it's good. So when it's oily, moisturized, and it's really good. So I really need to get that plug for the person who told you, who knocked up ears.
You want to know your skin age? Oh my God!
My skin age, I want it better be 10 years younger.
Marion says one of my favorite topics. Okay, so we're all in line then. Someone, Marion, a friend of mine, they're saying is one of her favorite topics as well. Excellent. So we are in good company.
We're going to have to do another special on that. You know, talk about skin and beauty tips and all of that. Would be very interesting. I would love to do that.
Yes, that would be good.
Pipeline. So I'm going to note that down. I'm going to do that. I am welcoming everybody again. Bulima, thank you all so much.
Mariam, thank you.
I don't take anything for granted. Little things make me excited. So to have people even join us, whether it's 1 or 2 or 10, I'm grateful, because there's a lot to do.
Yeah,
people can be busy with life, the children, family, trying to get ready for world. Netflix, still eating, be out, but to sit down here and join us, I'm grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We are still on the growth and gratitude season. Be inspired. And that is that we had Bridget Ellison in the house. She's a relationship coach and also a mental health. She's a relationship and family coach, and she's also a mental health practitioner and advocate. She does a lot of things. She wears a lot of hats. That's just a little bit of her, and she's sharing a lot of insights with us today, because for today we're on growth and gratitude, we're going to be looking at the relationship aspect of it. Why is gratitude? What is gratitude in our relationship? How are we growing in our relationship? And then what we're grateful for in our relationships. Relationships with ourselves, relationship with our family, relationship with our spouses for those who are married, relationship with your partner for those who are looking to go into it, or who are just like civil partners, or maybe what they call them again. They cohabit, right? Or they are and or co-parenting, whatever relationship you have. What is gratitude? What is the whole essence of growth and gratitude in regards to relationships? So I'll be throwing that in. We're just going to be bouncing in, coming in, but I'm going to be throwing that question really to Bridget Ellison. Let her just tell us more. What is the importance of growth in relationship? Is it important? Is it necessary?
Very, 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 very important. I'll take this to mindset. When we say growth, we will talk about people's mindsets. We have people that have fixed mindsets and those that have growth mindset. So when you have growth mindset, you're progressive in your thinking, knowing that if, for example, you have a baby today, you don't expect the baby to stay the same way he or she was when the child was born. You expect the child to have milestones, to grow. There'll be a time the child will move from maybe breast milk to taking solid and then start walking and stuff like that. Same thing we expect in our relationship. Okay? So for me, gratitude will bring a lot of growth. So if you have that attitude of focusing on what is good in your relationship, it will grow better. Right. So when you start focusing on what is good, because sometimes we don't focus on what is good. We just see the complaints. We see the weaknesses. We see what the person is not doing right. So that will make our relationship to die instead of grow. Absolutely. But when we choose to focus on what is good about the person, on what is good. So whether it's a husband-wife relationship, is a brother-sister relationship, is a mother-daughter relationship, you choose to be grateful for what you have going well. Yeah. I'll give a quick story. And this story is a very funny story. You know, we are from Africa, so I will say the way it is, you know. So there was this young lady that went to meet, you know how they'll say it, went to meet a medicine man. I don't say native doctor in quotes, but went to meet a medicine man. You know, the local, they will call them Dibia in some part of Africa, in Nigeria. And she went to meet the man to say, oh, she wants something that her husband is just very nasty. So she wants something that will make him love her more, you know, pay attention to her and everything. Again, I said, okay, fine, I can give you that. So what do you need to do? You know, you need to do something for me to prepare the medicine. And I said, okay, go befriend a madman. Befriend a madman. Be friends with the madman and get his hair for me. She was like, oh, how can I do that? She said, I don't know how, but I need the hair of the madman you will be friends to. So she now remembered there's the madman close to where she lives. Wow. So she went on that first day, became nice, said hello, went near him. So they're giving him things. And the man became friendly to her, that she could give him food, give him drink. And every time she's passing by, he's aware she's coming. He collects the items and they became friendly. And one day, she actually went close and he allowed her to cut his hair. Wow. And she took the hair to the medicine man and said, oh, I got the hair and this is it. The man now told her, there's no medicine to prepare for you. If you can befriend a madman and can treat him nice and be nice, go and be nice to your sane husband. Wow. He's okay. Go and be nice to him and you will see him behave better to you. Yeah. So most of us, because we are not nice to people, we're not focusing on what is good about the person, we're not kind to the person, we end up not growing in the relationship because nobody wants to feel unappreciated. That's right. Nobody wants to feel taken for granted. Nobody wants to feel, you know, attacked or be on the defensive with you 24/7. So when you do that, you won't grow. So your husband or your partner or your parents or anybody you complaining about, they are not mad. Yes. So can you just learn to befriend them? Can you learn about them? Can you be in their school? You know, you learn from people by telling yourself, what I know is what I know. Let me know you are fresh. The man you met those days, the woman you're with that you met 10, 15 years ago has grown over time. That's right. Taste is different. I know Stokes is into food. And so the person might like food now, this particular food, and in 12 months, like, oh, I don't like that food anymore. This is what is now, you know, pleasant to my taste bud. That's right. So are you learning? Are you growing to learn about the person? Or you're just assuming, oh, my mother is always nasty, so she will remain nasty forever. No. When she's not nasty, are you appreciative of when she's not shouting at you? That's right. Are you grateful that you have a roof over your head, that she pays the bills? Are you thankful that she's kind to you? She wants you to go to school. Now talking about mother-daughter relationship or mother-son relationship. Are you grateful? Because all we see is what is not there. That's right. Can you see what is there that you should be thankful for? So that's what this whole gratitude thing is about. Can we learn to pause and focus on what is right? Can we learn to pause and look at this person and say, okay, how have we been all through the years? Yes. So if the woman could befriend a madman, it will take her less effort to befriend her husband.
I was just going to say that I've taken a lot of effort for her. God. Friend the madman. That's a fresh technique. That's a fresh strategy. That is all very fast to navigate how she's going to go about it. And
That's right.
if she could put that effort into doing that, then absolutely she can put the same effort into the relationship that already exists. But
That's it.
I'm going to say something. While you were saying that, something struck me that maybe you can throw more light into why people need to move away. So we have the comfort zone. So the comfort zone, like familiarity.
Yeah.
We're so familiar, you know. We know them. You said something like, the mother, you just believe that she will not change because people believe people will never change. So we know the saying, people can change. They're already who they are, so they will change. But we know that there's nobody.
Yeah.
Say thank you to. I appreciate you. I really value you. You know, thank you for what you did. That is going to just want to knock you out. They want to do more. It's just like God. God does more. That's why one of his, the main thing we need to do in our relationship with God is praise him, give thanks to him, trust him. You see, you see the things I'm calling, those things he wants us to do it. Pride in it. He takes pleasure in them.
Absolutely.
So most times, maybe we're just very familiar. Maybe we're just sitting in a familiarity zone. Like, you know what, I'm a person, and you just feel, well, I did something for them last week, a few weeks ago, last year. My sister would never change. My brother would never appreciate. My husband would never notice. My wife would keep complaining. So we already have this stereotype in our head and in our hearts. Like, it will not go better. So what do people need to do to move from the familiarity? Because sometimes too, some people are going to be like, but I give everything. I'm always giving. I'm always doing, but they never appreciate doing that. So they will learn a lesson or, you know, in that given, so that they can show gratitude. How do we really balance this? What do we do?
Sis, before you answer, can I just say something so it doesn't jump over my head? You know, your example, I love it. And the reason I love it is because it brought an example, a real life example of what happened to me. And this is now a boss and an employee, so my boss. Yes. And it was a case of difficult, I would say, conflict management. Let me use that word. It was very, very difficult working. And this person loved me when he employed me to work for him. In fact, the reason he gave me the job, in his own words, was because he has never met anybody who could say the things I was saying off heart, because I'm kind of like a bookworm like that in some areas of food. So I was reciting things that he was like, even I don't know it. I have to go through my notes. Anyway, cut long story short, they got to a love-hate relationship such that, you know, everyone in the office is getting appreciated. I am the only one, and I'm saying it, God be my witness, the only one who is not getting appreciated. Everyone is getting, you know, getting cards and wine and whatever. I'm the only one not getting anything. So you can imagine my pain, and that's the word I will use. But you know what happened? In that season, I spoke to a pastor, and I said to him, I said, I want to leave this job. He said, do you like your job? I said, yes. So why are you leaving? I said, because of the environment. You know, it's difficult. He said, no, but you love your job. Are you going to let someone chase you from where you're actually having the time of it? You need to manage your environment. And this is what he said to me. He said, you need to love your boss. I'm like, are you joking me? Do you not hear everything I'm telling you right now? Love who? Are you okay? I said, sir, I don't know how that's possible, but I tell you what, he said, get him a card. He said, his birthday, do you know it? I said, yes. On his birthday, get him a card, get him a wine. They frequently, you know, check up on how. He said, so that's the technique. When he said love on him, that's literally what he was saying. Not obviously not love, but that's what he was telling me to do. I will tell you that it didn't end in terms of the conflict management, but what he did is that he reduced it from like this to like this. Really, it was so bearable till I left, till I decided that you've had enough, time to say goodbye, and I left on my own term. I could have just left, and I just thought I'd just share that with everyone here who is watching it, your explanation that sometimes that mad person can be loved. And that's what I did. I was able to do that. I just wanted to share that so I don't forget. So over to you, ma'am.
Thank you. And that will help my next point. I'll just spell this: AIM. AIM, aim. You know how you say you aim to please, aim at making, aim at being grateful or whatever, but just AIM. So welcome to everyone that has joined. I see some of my people around. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Just greeting. Good evening, Queen Pedro, everyone. Thank you for joining. So A is to affirm the person. What is good about this person? Okay, there's this story that my pastor then used to talk about, Archbishop Margaret Idahosa. He used to say there was this very horrible man then, you know, and everybody knew the guy was horrible, in quotes. And there was this guy that was always so nice, so nice. You know, he never says anything wrong about anybody. And then this horrible man died, and everybody came like, good riddance to bad rubbish, blah, 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 blah. And when it got to the turn of this man, they were waiting for him to say something, because they all knew this guy was horrible. And this guy said, oh, he had very nice set of teeth.
Wow.
So he didn't have anything to say, because character-wise, everybody knew that guy was horrible. But he had to look for something that was good about this person to affirm.
That's right.
So learn to affirm people. Be grateful for that one thing. It might be a child, or the child is in your head, troublesome. But is there something good about this child? Maybe that troublesome child is the one that is the most caring, that will come look for you. Mama, are you doing good? And stuff. Be grateful for that good part of that child and affirm that part. So you are in a relationship. Oh, the man is nasty, but he pays bills. Some women will say, is his right to pay? No, not every man pays bills. So thank you for paying those bills. Affirm that good part of him. Then the next one is impress him. You just said something, that talks. When you were talking about your boss, you had to look for ways to impress him. Okay, his birthday gift card. It's not as if his wahala, as they would say it in Nigeria, reduced, but it came from maybe 100% trouble to maybe like 40-30%. And you could until you decide to leave. So what can you do to impress that person? What can you do to impress? What can you do to take away stress from the person? What can you do to, just make that person know that you are grateful and you want to return the gratitude, return the favor? Oh, this person is paying bills. Just saying thank you might just be it. This person is paying bill. Look for a day to say, oh, I just want to take you out for lunch. Thank you for how you've been so kind to me. Done something, impress the person. That was what the mad man, the woman was doing by giving food, giving drink. By the time the madman became impressed, she was able to go close and cut his hair. On a good day, you can do that. So when you keep depositing in appreciation, in gratitude, impressing the person, what will happen? You're showing gratitude. The person will look for you. Then finally make happy. When the person is seeing you affirm him or her, seeing you trying to impress, you will make the person happy. And when the person is happy, it's like a blank check. What can I do for you in return? What can I do for you in return? So my sister Ejiro said something about God, being thankful, being grateful. Let's go to the Bible a bit and look at Solomon. People have done burnt offerings before, but nobody had ever sat down to say, I'm offering this amount of burnt offerings to God. He so impressed God that God appeared and gave him a blank check. Say whatever you want. Whatever. And he did not even, when he said whatever, could have asked for wealth. He asked for wisdom, which is, as they will say, is the principal thing. And he got wealth. Till today, people still say it. None like him in terms of wealth. So when we are grateful for little, much will come. And most of us complain. I have my inner circle. And for 2 months now, May, June, all we were doing was gratitude. And somebody called me and said, why didn't you tell me this? It's like she sees favor almost every day because she's grateful. She's grateful for little things. So we're in Nigeria, oh, we don't have light. You say, oh, PHCN. Somebody in America just sent a message, we had a blackout. Nobody, no generator, nothing. I'm say, oh, girl, I'm grateful for generators. We have them here. When they take the light, you have it, but you cannot afford to have generators over there just like that. So the little things we should be grateful for that we are not grateful for because we feel life, you know, this entitlement mentality. God owes me. Why did he bring me? You know, people are even trying to sue God now because they are on earth suffering. You understand? So at the end of the day, we are not grateful. And once you are not grateful, you can't grow, you can't make progress. You become stagnant. It's the same thing with relationship. Nobody wants a cranky man or woman. What you see about me is the complaints, is what I'm not doing right. You're not saying thank you for what I do. If you come home every day and your meal is ready, not every woman cooks food. That your mom did it does not mean another woman would do it. So you make your food warm and nice. You can't even say thank you. You just go to eat. You finish, you drop it there. You're waiting to be served. I'm not saying it's not good. That's your business. But I'm just saying, have you said thank you for that gesture? Because some men will come home, they don't meet no warm food. And the woman is a stay-at-home mom. They don't meet anything. Go prepare your food yourself. Go get your things yourself. Even make me something while you're at it. They don't care.
Absolutely.
So true. It's really, these points cannot be overemphasized. You know, the interesting thing now is because from what you've said now, you cannot stop your gratitude walk as somebody is not reciprocating. Today, while I was just busy getting ready for church, I was just thinking, and I caught him and I said I was going to write something down that says, it would not work if it's not reciprocal. Because when you pouring, it will die. All right, I just thought I was trying to coin it in a way because it came to my memory, and I thought when there's no reciprocity, things will die because it means one person coin, one person keeps giving.
That's right.
It will die. It will not sustain. It's not sustainable. But I question is like, how do we get a balance when you are showing gratitude or you're doing for somebody and the other person is not responding, is not appreciating what you're doing? Do you stop? But from what you said, Bridget, you cannot stop. It's your walk. It's your personal walk. You cannot stop. You cannot stop the gratitude, the growth work. You cannot stop the gratitude attitude because somebody is not reciprocating. A lot of people are frustrated with that, and maybe some people are gonna, well, that's not wise. You're being stupid. You know, you're not, because we know that at what point. Okay, so I'll ask another question. At what point do you think in a relationship, whether it's a family relationship, whether it's a spouse relationship, a partner, this partner, at what point are you going to say, you know what, I need to stop? Because we're talking about healthy boundaries now. I need to stop. Now, remember, you're not going to stop being you're not going to stop being a grateful person or somebody who's doing gratitude work, but you're going to have to stop pouring into something that is not yielding anything. So where do we draw? Where's that balance? How do we do that?
Okay, so let me put it this way. If I think of a scorpion, for example, what does a scorpion do?
Stings.
Beautiful. No matter how you take a scorpion as a pet, will it ever change that part of itself? That's how it was made. So you need to remain you, because like I tell people, I'm a very kind person. I call myself a royal kindness, and most times my kindness have been taken for granted by a lot of people. Okay, and some days I'm like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm tired. Sometimes my husband will be the voice of reasoning to say, because this person did this to you does not mean you continue, because you don't know. He said, cast your bread upon many waters, because you don't know the one that will come back as a seed. So they will change you. This is your original self. You're meant to be good. You're meant to be kind. And one bitter, wicked person, maybe not well cultured, because sometimes I tell people who mentored them, who taught them.
Right.
I teach men. When we were talking about fathers, I was laughing. I'm a subject expert matter on fatherhood. I've written 2 books on fatherhood.
I know that.
Okay? And I know one of the persons, I think it's Coach Abe, that you had on. You know? So at the end of the day, it's a case of you knowing you for yourself.
That's right.
So that we tell our children all the time, my husband used to tell them, that people serve you bad water. You know how it is that they will give you, maybe they put excreta, sorry to use that word or whatever, if it enunciates anybody, just put it on a cup and give it to you. First time, throw it out. Later I said, no, take it, wash the cup, serve them something clean. It's like ping pong. They're serving you something, a bad hand. Serve them a good hand. Why? Your blessing is tied to your purpose. And if you're a kind person, like we all know as people of faith, is the fruit of the Spirit.
That's right.
So you're being kind to your spouse or to somebody that is showing you unkindness or being mean, shouldn't change you. But where you draw the line, and which I tell people, is this. If the person is not grateful, I'm not saying withdraw being kind. You can withdraw interactions. But if it's a couple, you need help with such a person. You need help professionally. But if it's that, still keep on being good. I always tell women, I'm not for abuse. If anything the person is doing is close to abuse, like your life is in danger of things, please separate. I will always put that out there. But I'm saying, being kind, that person should not change you.
Yes.
Should not mean that you not say, no, because he did this. Okay, if it's like preparing food, he's not appreciative, he does not eat it, you keep cooking and cooking. You can ask nicely, do you think I should stop making your meals so that you can take care of those meals yourself?
That's right.
So it comes from the person to say, oh, please stop. And that's not on you anymore, because he or she has said, stop.
Yes.
If you're trying to get, maybe it's a colleague, you've been getting coffee and they're nasty, no thank you, nothing. Or do you think now setting boundaries so that you are not the one feeling somehow or feeling cheated? Say, do you think, because this is not working, I'm not really expecting thank you, maybe just a little bit of once in a while, being appreciative for what I'm doing would be nice. But since you did not send me, but you think it would be nice if I just stop. So the person knows that that is your feedback. I'm not afraid to speak my mind.
Yes.
I always tell people, if you serve me what I don't like, I will tell you. Because I always tell people, you're not my God, so you cannot go and unplug my life. It's only God that can say, I'm taking away this life. So it's him I have to please, not you. I'm not a people pleaser.
This is
So my gratitude is to God. So the boundary is when you know it's getting to you and you can continue. Let the person know, please, can I have a conversation with you? I've been doing this XYZ and it's like it's not working. You didn't send me, but I want to stop for my own mental health or for my own good. And then you put the plug and you're fine.
Yeah.
wow.
Absolutely. Can I say something, sis, before you say something?
Yeah.
So 2 things came to my mind. The first one was before Coach Bridget spoke, and that's the one about gratitude in terms of when you're serving, you're being good and you're getting the opposite in return. Trust me, I don't want to say all my life, but I have a lot of stories to share about that. But this is what I remembered again, was when Jesus Christ healed 10 people. And one person came back to say thank you. And he looked back and said, were you not 9? As in, where are they? And the interpretation for me was that were they not grateful? How come only one person came when I gave, when I healed 10 people? And this is the message from that story. That person was made whole. I will explain what has happened so that a lot of people will get this very, very well. Because the moment I got that revelation, it's made my life a lot easier, and it made Thanksgiving so easy for me. So a leper in those days, and in these days anyway, it's, you know, something is missing. Half a nose, half an arm, half an elbow. That's what leprosy is. It's a visual disease that you can see. For those who don't know what leprosy is, you know when you see somebody with leprosy. And the way it is in those days, I don't know about now, but you need to live far away from people. So you don't come close to people. In fact,
they leave.
Say, I am coming, so that people will clear the road for you. That is the stigma attached to leprosy. Now, when Jesus Christ healed them, what happened is that the eating their skin stopped. So that the nose was not being eaten anymore, but you could still see signs that they had leprosy. I hope someone is following me. I love this story so much. You could still see, if I looked at you, I would say, oh, your hair was short before. Oh, you could still see something that would remind you of where you are coming from. But this one person that came back, the Bible says he was made whole. Now, let me tell you what wholeness is all about. Wholeness is about you look like nothing has ever happened in your life. That in fact, people will swear and drop money and say, how bad, you're a wicked. How can you say this person had leprosy? Look at the person, look at their skin, look at how it shines, look at how it's glowing. Because they don't look like what has happened to them. That is exactly what happened to that one person. So talking about the importance of gratitude, you cannot, you know, Lady Ija said, you cannot overemphasize the importance of gratitude. Your life will change. You will not look like what you have been through. So that is true. Second thing I wanted to say was, you know, you're talking here now about gratitude and growth. Hello, sir. I see you, Pastor. Good evening, sir. And it's all about the mindset at the end of the day. It's all about a personal decision. You know, I've gone through so many journeys in my life, and I had to make a decision that despite what is going on around me, you know, a lot of people, my logo is my smile. Everyone says my smile is, you know, is out of this world. If someone said go and trademark it, but I made a decision. I made a decision that regardless of what is happening in my life around me, I was going to protect my mental well-being. So I'm one of those people that to the news. I don't read newspaper. I don't know what is going on. In fact, today I was scrolling through and I saw something about Banky W. I was asking my husband, what happened to Banky? What happened to my favorite human being in the whole world? He said he doesn't know. I said, okay, let's leave it like that then. I'm not going any further. Because I don't want to know. I don't. Yes. I don't get involved. I protect my, in fact, I'm one of those people as well, you know. I always say, God forgive me. I said, I'm not a pastor. I believe I'm a minister, and that's what I would like to call myself. I have a level of this. If you do anything, I just block, delete, remove. My mental well-being is so important. I'm coming from a background of low self-esteem. I've fought my way to be where I am right now. I'm not going to let one person, if you're now dump their rubbish, dumping ground. I jealously, and that's where I'm going to. I jealously protect my environment, what is all around me. So if I see anything that smells or looks like, once I've said 1, 2, 3, delete. No, I don't, like I said, I'm not a man of God. I'm a minister. I block, remove. You can ask me, why did you delete me? And I will explain this is why I've done. I'm protecting and that's always my answer. I'm protecting my mental well. It's very simple. Anything that does not support my mental well-being, I'm removing it because I cannot lose my mind again. I know the work I did to get to where I am right now. I just thought I'd put that out. And that is me. I'm not asking you to be like me. I'm just sharing my opinions, knowing who you are. I know who I am. I'm that one person. I'm watching a TV, they are crying, we're all crying together. They are laughing, we are laughing together. Yeah, my husband will be like, you know it's a movie. I know it's a movie. No. You're my sister. That is wicked. That is what I have my handkerchief around. And then I will not let somebody now come and pollute me. Kamari, God forbid. No, we're protecting like this, block all around. So I just wanted to put that out.
Thank you.
So back to you.
That's a powerful one. Yeah, it was like you were looking into my notes. That gratitude brings healing and restoration. So that yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're speaking, Coach Bridget. I noticed something down that had to do with communication. That if they're not serving, if for example you're cooking his food or you're making the meal, and there's no show of appreciation or gratitude, you're gonna have to say, you know what, do you want me to stop making your food? So I realized that in relationship to growth and how it affects relationships as well, there has to come communication is such a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Fourth, there cannot be any growth journey, gratitude journey without you expressing yourself and communication coming in.
Very true.
Which means we're sharing with everybody there now that in that growth journey and in that gratitude walk, communication is a prerequisite for it to work. You have to stand and be able to say, you know what, I noticed that I do this, so I take out the bin, drop the kids at school, I try to just help you, pick after you. Remember, this is not just the woman to the man. Even women can be so unappreciative sometimes about what and how he's showing, his own little love walk. We're so, because we're looking to do some mighty magic. Something huge to let us know he cares about you, he loves you. It doesn't really work like that. Little things. So general thing for humanity, okay? It's not directed to either a man or a woman. But communication is huge in respect of the fact that you need to at some point sit down and say, you know what? I need to talk. I feel unappreciated. I feel valued. I don't feel noticed, despite the fact that I do see.
Yes.
You'll just be amazed that this person doesn't even realize what they're doing. What they're going through themselves, or what is happening in their lives. They're not aware. Do you agree with me that communication is a huge factor, is a huge part of it?
Very, very, very huge part.
And to say, you know what, and also communication is going to help you create those boundaries. Now, what do you say when people just create boundaries and just should we impose boundaries, or should we talk about those boundaries? Should we have a conversation about boundaries in regards to our growth? I believe it's necessary in regards to growth, your growth journey, and now appreciating in your growth journey, appreciating and in your gratitude attitude. Is communication key for us to be able to function? Is it?
Very, very key. Very, very key. It said that communication is the lifeblood of every relationship, not just the marriage relationship. As blood is to the body, without blood in the body cannot function. So is communication. And communication is not just talking, it's your verbal and non-verbal cues.
Right.
So even those that can't talk, they can communicate with, their expressions, with how they feel. Babies, they communicate with emotions.
Yeah.
And the way they cry, or, things like that. So communication is key. And even in gratitude to God, we communicate gratitude by actually telling our Heavenly Father, thank you. You have to say, I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. Even if you talk about the Lord's Prayer, there's a place of affirmation and gratitude before you get to asking.
Absolutely.
So it's key. It is very key that we know how to communicate. And that you think you're talking is not communication until the person you're talking to gets what you're saying and is able to respond with what is expected. That's when you communicate it. So sometimes we think, oh, I've been talking. Do they get what you're saying? Even with your children. Sometimes my husband will tell me, I'm not in your head. Because you assume that I should know what to do.
That's right.
And like we always say, coach of mine said that word and he never left me. Assumption is the lowest level of knowledge. You assuming that this person should know. Where is the person coming from? Where are you coming from? Two different backgrounds. You met, you fell in love, we agree. But then this person does not even know you. Do you know that having a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship is different from having a marriage relationship?
100%.
Because you are in your best, at your best behaving. Like everything is okay. When you get into the marriage, you now find out, how they say, kaki and leather, they are not the same thing. They're two different materials. They might look similar, but they're different. So now you now start living the life, and it's in communication. What do we want? What are our boundaries in this relationship? What are our boundaries? We teach, we are trainers, myself and my husband, and we tell people it's as simple as telling your children, knock before you enter the bedroom.
Say that again.
And if you tell them that, then you go to their bedroom and you go in like you are virtual. Or you go in like you are teaching them how to do it your way.
Absolutely.
So they will come in busting in. So when you're saying something that's right with children, you must model the behavior.
That's right.
So communication is deeper than just talking.
Yes.
It's in what you do and the response you get.
That's right.
It's in your verbal and your non-verbal cues. And if you look at it, experts say your non-verbals are more than your verbal.
Yes. Yes.
So people can say, oh, it's like this, they're doing something else.
Yes.
So when you communicate gratitude, you won't say, oh, I said thank you. To who? I said it in my heart. No, I didn't hear you.
I said it in my heart. Folks, I told you in my heart.
Because I'm not in your heart.
Yeah.
I'm not in your head.
That's right.
You need to say thank you. When we got married, true life story. I grew up in a place where when you eat, everybody in that circle that are older, we even say thank you to ourselves. You say thank you, thank you, thank you. So by the time I got married and we eat, I'll tell my husband thank you. He's like, did I prepare the meal? Why are you telling me thank you? I said, that's how I know how to say it.
Yeah.
And we thought, it took him time to get used to it. But I was coming from somewhere where when you eat or you're giving something, you say thank you.
Yeah.
You're grateful. You say it. Don't say, oh, I said it in my heart. So I am good at saying thank you for this thing. And when I tell people like couples, I tell them, when you are grateful for something, let the person know. We do a communication game where periodically just say, okay, what are the 5 things or 3 things I like about you and what are the things I don't like? So it's a couples game. Yeah. So what are the things I like about you? So there's one time my husband said, is this your saying thank you? When I send you money, when I send anything, you say thank you. Some people, they don't care, like, is that what your mates are sending to their wives?
God.
Oh, yes, there are women like that.
Oh, I know too well, yes.
Yeah, there are people like that.
Yeah.
So when you are grateful for little, much will come to you.
Amen.
When you are grateful for the life you have, the life you have will be worth living. You understand? Because people don't know that being grateful for life that you have. You know, this oxygen we're breathing freely. People are buying it in the hospital as we speak.
Yeah.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So just being grateful that I can breathe. I can wake up in the morning. Once I get my leg down every morning, I'm like, thank you, God. My limbs, everything is still working.
Thank you, Jesus. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Some people, there's nothing like thank you. You go through the day, no gratitude, no thanks to whatever you see as God. No thanks. You just feel it is you. And then everything you do from morning till evening is complaints. You won't have that. You won't feel fulfilled living life. So gratitude is important. For that person listening to us, maybe, oh, you finished school, oh, I don't have a job, but you are alive. There are people that finished school the same day, graduated with you, and as we speak are in the mortuary.
Yeah.
So can you be grateful that you are still alive? Can you be grateful that you can see? I've seen people that woke up and one day they couldn't see again.
Yes. Yes.
Used to see and all of a sudden went blind. But they never lost, as in they didn't lose their joy over the fact that they couldn't see. Still grateful. So gratitude is a big part if you want to make progress in life, if you want to grow in life.
Yeah.
Being grateful for life, being grateful for what you have, being grateful for little things. When you are grateful for those little things, you will get more. Some people say, oh, I've been married 20-something years. You don't know how it is not to be called a mom. And I'm saying, there are people that are over 60. They've never had anybody ask them out to say, girl, you are fine, I want to marry you. Are you getting me?
Oh,
so 100%. Sometimes we don't have that attitude like life owes us something. No. Be grateful for the journey. It might not be what you want. Like I always said before, I'm not where I'm going to be. I'm not where I used to be. I want to be, but I'm not where I used to be. So I'm grateful for where I am now on my journey to where I'm going to.
That's it.
So I am consistently grateful, thankful, joyful. Sometimes I complain, and then my inner conscience will remind me. Something happened to me recently, and I was like, oh, complaining about a visa, and a sister of mine told me, oh, she applied since how many years ago? She's still not gotten it. And I'm like, oh, God, I'm so stupid. God, I'm sorry. Forgive me. So there are things we should not take for granted. Gratitude will open doors for you. How grateful are you? How thankful are you?
Yes.
Don't be thinking of what you don't have. Count your blessings. Oh, I can see. God, I'm grateful for my eyes. I can talk. I can share with people. I'm grateful for the internet that we can. You guys are in London. I'm here in Nigeria and we're talking. It's the internet. I'm grateful.
Yes. Yes.
So there's so much to be grateful for. And if you want to grow, gratitude is everything.
Yes.
You want to grow in your marriage. You want to grow as a parent. You want to grow as a worker. You want to grow in life. Gratitude is everything. Just like we say, attitude is everything. So having that gratitude attitude will make a lot of difference in your life. So we all need to be grateful. And I want to specifically thank Lady Ejiro for this. You know, when she said to me, oh, it's my birthday month, and all I want to do is just, I'm just grateful. Grateful for the community. Grateful for, I'm like, wow, this is interesting. Because other people will think of something else. So thank you, Tokes. Thank you, Ejiro, for this. Thank you for this journey of gratitude. I've been on the journey, and I'm so grateful to God that every day He keeps adding. You know, when you're grateful for little, a lot is added, and I'm seeing it in my life. Not because when people come sometimes say, you don't know what I've been through. It's very few people that will tell, oh, I've had this, I've had that. But it's in my gratefulness that I've seen healing. I've seen restoration.
Absolutely. I'll just add to what you said in terms of communication. From someone like me who, again, I say it, but I know I don't look like where I've come from. One of those people, which is gratitude again. You know, every time I tell someone that I had low self-esteem, they look at me with bombastic side eye view, like what in case you wonder what is bombastic side eye view, is when you look like this, like that. Anyways, a new word I found and I loved it. Anyway, and so because I came from that background and from that place, speaking was not one of my greatest skills. I kept to myself and I chose not to speak. I was just following everyone. If we're going to the left, let's go to the left. We're going to the right. It's like my opinion did not matter. I did not say nothing. So coming to a place right now that I'm here, right? I'm live. I'm speaking to people, vocal. In fact, someone said to me the other day, director said to me, how come you can speak good English? I almost wanted to fall off the chair. I was sitting and thinking, I'm not speaking phonetics. I'm not speaking British English. I'm just speaking English. Maybe not Nigerian deep core English, but I'm speaking English. You know what I mean? So there's some people when they speak Nigerian, you know, it is from Nigeria. But anyway, this is where I'm going with my story. Communication. If you don't take care of communication, and when I say take care, it's a skill that you need to learn, that you need to improve. In fact, I'm still improving my communication skills. And like Coach Bideh has said, verbal and non-verbal. You know, I'll just break it out a little bit just because I took time to learn a bit about that. Your tonality, your voice, I can be very, very calm and quiet when I'm speaking. And I can decide to be as loud as I can be because that is who I am. But your tonality makes a big, massive difference when you're speaking to someone. Even on the phone. Follow me, you're having an interview. The first thing I do when I'm having an interview, give interview tips for free, I smile. It shows through in your conversation. Try it. It shines through in that. For some reason, it does. It goes through the phone, the person hearing, and they have a happy feeling about. In fact, most interviews I have, my husband comes after and says, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Oh, I was speaking to I was just having an interview." He's like, "You had an interview and you are laughing like you are gisting with someone." I'm like, "Oh yeah, we had a." That is how interviews. The walk in the park. Communication. If you can master that, take time out. I promise you, even the difficult, the most difficult situation will fall down and bow down before you because you've taken time out to understand how to communicate. And Coach said something that I want to emphasize. Communication is two-way. We are not good listeners. We are not good listeners. We are good responders.
Yes, responders. Yeah.
We just go blah 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 blah. I've not heard a word you said. I'm just replying to the first line that I heard you, that I attacked you, that you are ugly, or that's all you heard. The rest of the thing you did not hear again. So we need to develop the skill of communication whereby it is give and take relationship, communication, give and take. I'm speaking, even with God. If all the time you're just saying, "God, I want cashew, bag, house, and everything," and you're not still for 1 minute to say, "God, what are you saying to me today? What is your thought concerning that husband I want to marry, concerning that job that I want to take, concerning my child that, oh my gosh, I'm about to lose my hair, I'm pulling everything out." If all you're doing is, my child, every morning my child, fire, all those kind of fire branded, which I have nothing against, so don't get me wrong, I pray. But what I'm saying is, you should have a moment as well to be silent here. This is what I wanted to emphasize. You need to hear. We need to pay attention to listening. Now, I'll round it off by giving a true life example. There was a time in my relationship with my husband that we had to attend counseling. And in that counseling period, the counselor said to me, he said, "Why do you think your husband is behaving in this way?" And I'm like, he's supposed to know. He's a man. He's supposed to know. How can he not know? He comes back. I'm giving an example now, guys, so that you understand what I'm trying to say. I'm putting it into context, but it really happened. But this is just an example. How can he come back from work and sit down, put his feet up, and be watching TV, and I'm in the kitchen washing the dishes, making the food, cooking and I lay everything like that. And then he goes to me, "Did you ask him for help?" I'm like, "No, why would I ask him for help? Can he not see? Is he blind? Does he not know that he needs to come and help me in the kitchen?" He said, "No." He said, "No, it doesn't work that way." I tell you the freedom I got from that session, and this is where I'm going with communication. Coach Bridget has said it, and I'm just louding it. He's not in your head.
Yeah.
I'm not this concerned. I know you talks, and that's what I know you. You like authority, you like to take charge, you know what you're doing, you're confident, you're capable. I'm expecting that when you need help, you say, "Husband, come and help your wife." Until you do that, you stay there and continue watching TV, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with him. And I told myself, I've been punishing myself for a long time. I'm not a superwoman. Yes, I'm a supernatural woman, but I'm not superwoman. So now I'm one of those people that I'm like, baby, which is what I call my husband. I say, "Please come and help me take the dishes out. Please come and help me wash the plates. Please come and help me fill my car." So now it's please help. So I am very vocal to receive all the. In fact, if you are not careful, everybody is helping me to do everything in my life right now because I am so open to receive. No. I tell you the secret about that now in a minute. That's how I'll end it off. I'm so open to receive all the help I can get. And this is how I'll end. If you don't take help, if you don't ask for help, can I tell you that you're a proud person? Think about it. You think you're all sufficient, you're almighty talks. You're almighty, you got it all figured out. No, you don't. You're a proud person. You need to get to the place that you can ask and receive help. That is the way the world is. That is how we are all knitted together, fitted together, because we need we need God needs us to be in fellowship with him. So we need each other in our lives.
Absolutely.
If you don't ask for help or you don't receive help, or let me give you a very good example. It's raining and church has just finished now. I'm in my car driving. I'm like, sis, please get in the car. No, don't worry. I'm doing exercise. I want to lose weight. Rain is falling, I want to lose weight. Please come into the car. I will drop you in the next junction. Even if I won't take you home. You say, no. You are a proud person, my sister. Sit down. You are proud. You are proud. You're just going to keep yourself on. You are proud. Move your proudness to the other side. So I'm hoping someone is getting value from what I'm saying, even though I'm being comical. But the honest truth is that communication will save your life. It will make a lot of things easier. You know, now even when I'm writing letters now, I filter my writing now. That the tone, I don't know if you know that, but even in your writing, there's a tone to it. Your letter could be aggressive when you're writing or replying back to someone. So there's a lot of work with communication. So guys, take time out to improve your communication. I promise you, your life will not remain the same again. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you
so much. So this is so insightful. You can see now that there's so many facets to this. I'm sure we would just think, oh, growth, gratitude, that's just it. Now we've talked about communication, and not just communication, but effective communication. Effective communication is a skill, is an act. It's something that you need to really go into. If you're not in that space, is a skill that you can learn. You have to do it for you to express yourself properly. A lot of people are living in, like in Coach Bridget said, in an assumptions world. We're just there as folks assume that her husband is going to know that he needed to come and give her a helping hand. Work like that. You need to verbalize, you need to speak it. And there's something I always say, that repetition is a law of deep and lasting impression. You cannot just say, I said it once. I hear people say, but they're supposed to know I've said it before and I've said it again. You have to keep saying it again. God is himself every day to us, every single time we air, and he's repeating the same thing to us. He's loving us every day unconditionally. He's giving us every day unconditionally. He's helping us. And we get so tired with each other. We give up so quickly. I'm tired of this person. I cannot talk to this person anymore. We are fault finders. We always try to
beaming on the floor.
Illuminate the weaknesses. We forget about the fact that this person, this is their strong point. This is their career. Now, my love language is acts of service and words of affirmation. Definitely, I will suck up if you come around to help me. And if you tell me beautiful things, not because I need that validation, but because I already know who I am, and I'm very self-aware. So self-aware, I know the things you're saying to me because I know me, right? We all have our love languages. We need to communicate, whether it's to your spouse, to your friend, to your parents, to your children. Take time to understand them and know what their love language is. I know my children's love language. Each of them individually, they're very different. All came from home, but all very different. It's so amazing. So now, when I want to communicate to them, I'm very intentional, and I'm very deliberate of how I'm speaking to them. I'm not as that my kids are going to know that they need to do this. I'm going to tell them, like, do you know what? I need you to help me set up this like this, and this is how you go about it.
That's right.
I did so you can get it. I'm going to repeat it so you can get it. And as soon as it's okay, Mom, we get it, we understand, right? Sometimes I know I've erred in situations where you get angry and upset, like, you're supposed to know what to do. No. They might not really know what to do. You have to you're either telling your friend, telling your spouse, telling your colleague, telling your business, telling your family members that this is how you want to be loved and be appreciated. You have to, they're not just going to know. It's not going to fall from there. You understand? Know that, this is what is going to, you have to be very intentional about it. How are you speaking to people? Leadership is not imposing yourself. Some people, I listen to some people and they think that they need to scream and shout and curse for them to get things done. No. You can be so diplomatic about how you're saying things that people are just going to just come to your aid. They will come and help you. Just go and say, please, can you just help? There's a way you're going to go about this talk that they're going to come to your aid?
Lady Ejiro, with that voice, I will say yes. With that voice, you know it.
Listen to you.
I will say yes. When Talks was talking about some things, I said no, not Lady Ejiro. She can't do that. So I don't know if I will ever see you angry to the point where you will shout like the way myself and Talks will shout. With that voice alone, I will say yes to whatever you're saying.
Because I'm learning by the day to master the act of having to get things done,
Yeah.
and in a way that the other person is going to feel valued.
Yeah.
Feel a part of being in the team with you. They're going to want to do those things you ask them to do joyfully, with judgment, without prejudice, without any feeling of you're undermining them.
Yeah.
You're feeling above and you're putting them down. You just have to have a way to do these things. A lot of people I talk to, maybe their spouse, people, if you have your spouse, you're blessed, because no matter how hard it is or how wrong it is, you have somebody there that you can build something on. Build a more solid relationship, friendship relationship, if you take time to stop the pride, the ego, the power play, all the sort of things, right? You have to drop and
that's right,
effectively. Now, nobody's saying put yourself down or lower your self-worth. Listen, we have to talk. Can we talk? Can we talk when you're free? Now, not when he's coming from work and not when she's trying to put the kids to bed. She's stressed. She's had an exhausting day, and not when your children walk through the door from a long day from school. Just like, so what did you do? What I asked you? No. Another trick is finding time to communicate these things, those feelings. When are you going to find the time? For those who are married, when your husband or wife is cool, when they've eaten and they're full, maybe they're watching, maybe they're just doing something that you know is a relaxing time for them. That's a good time to bring thing to say, you know what, the other day I didn't like the way you spoke to me, or the other day I did something you didn't notice, and they'll be like, oh, what was it? And they can go ahead to tell you. Now, tell them at the moment at that time is not going to work. Why? Because we get on the defensive. No, that's not what I was trying to do. That's not what I was trying to say. So sometimes you have to just zip it, just be quiet. Whether it's the man or the woman, be quiet and just listen. Even if I know at that time, people, you feel that's the time I need to defend myself. I need to put them that I did not do it. Well, guilty of it. I'm so guilty of it. I did not do it. Even your children. Sometimes parents feel, do you know you have to respect your children?
Oh yeah.
No matter how little they are, you respect them as well. Toddlers. Do you understand? How you talk to toddlers. You know what, Mac? I think it's time for you to pack the toys and put them there. Be gentle. How you speak to them. Because the child is a toddler doesn't mean, come on, big head, just move them away. I won't even go. I'm going. Because sometimes when let me tell you my children's response. When I raise my voice, they look at me like, they don't even respond. So I'm hearing my voice echo in the house like,
oh my God.
Okay? Is she okay? They just answer and say, it's okay, Mom. I just explain myself, or that's not how it was. And they say it in the most gentle manner. But then growing up and bringing them up, we had a quiet, peaceful home. So like myself and the dad, we never had our rancors, but it was more like we never attacked each other in the presence space. We never just had to go at each other there. We had to speak in a way that the children knew that they had to understand that there was some sort of peace and love going on in the environment. They grew up realizing that people needed to speak to people politely, in a civil and respectfully, honestly. So what they're exhibiting now is not really surprising to me. So like, where did Mom change? How come sometimes she has a go? Because sometimes I get a bit like walked up and I would just raise my voice. But then I realize that when I raise my voice, I'm not really communicating effectively, because at that point, what I'm trying to say is not cutting across properly.
Yeah.
So I need to tone down and say, okay, you know what? We're supposed to do this, 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 and this. So all these examples we're giving us is to help us understand that in your growth walk and in your attitude, communication is a prerequisite for it.
Yeah,
that's right.
You need to take stock of where you're coming from. Okay, so we started the year doing this and doing that. Where are we now? How are you going to do that? You have to communicate. You have to speak. You have to say it. You have to affirm it. Do you understand? You have to that your goals, your aspiration, your purpose is walking in line. It's falling into place, or it's not even going according to your plan at all. So what are you going to do? You have to communicate for it to make a lot of sense. For you to talk your gratitude affirmations, you have to speak. Either you speak,
absolutely,
or you're calming down to think about it in your meditation time. There's just a lot goes with it. So we now see that these work, your growth and your gratitude attitude, communication is a key to it for it to happen. It's a huge
100%.
I really want to thank you ladies so much for throwing light. You know, this is not a, I know that the theme was 30 days of growth and gratitude, be inspired. It's not just a 30-day thing. You have to keep repeating.
It's a life thing.
It's a life.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a lifestyle.
I know that I put it on my birth month so that I could celebrate everybody who was celebrating in the month of June. But at the same time, it's something that continues. We're going to carry it into the month of July, August, September, October, and it's going to go and repeat again. We have to take stock. If we're taking stock, what's your plan? So we've done the first 6 months. I'm going to take stock again now and do another from July, December. December, we're all going to be going to be Thanksgiving period. It's going to be back. Wow, from January now, the end of the year, to be overwhelmed with what has happened. And I always say something. We talked about it in the first week, in the second week, in the third week. I was saying it now. Journaling.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you write down what you're grateful for each day, whether you started January or not, if you start from today. So if you didn't start from today.
That's right.
And you open the book back in December.
At December 31st.
Amazed.
Have a lot to thankful for.
That you've written down.
That's right.
I created with the help of we did the, I'm sure you see it all around, you know, the 30-day chat where each day I remember discussing it with Coach Bridget, and then I created a 30-day like chat. So I just wanted to do it because there was work involved. Each day what you can do for each day. If you if you create your own, feel free to create your own however you want to do it. You will be amazed at your level of growth.
Yes.
You'll be amazed.
Very true.
I encourage you today, journal, write something down. 2 things you're grateful for today. 3 things that happen in your day. You know, because it's so easy for us to want to remember all the wrong that happened. How the day did not go well. We've also worried that how we didn't end well. But you know what? Take stock of that are going well. Write the things that are not going well. Also put it down. Think about it. Remember. Let's gather again. We're going to gather next month and the month after, but in December, look at your book and see that. And you'll be amazed.
See how far, you've come. Let me say something about those 3 things and the journaling. Yeah. Okay, I think I have notes like everywhere, but in the past 2 months, I decided to like intentionally put down some things. And when we did in May, just putting down those things every day made a huge difference, because that was when one of my mastermind person called and said, I didn't know this is so. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
I think my connection.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So she was not saying, I didn't know this was so like liberating. That she's happier, she's feeling better, and so many other things, you know. And just looking at those notes, like what we did in May, those little things, just looking at it every day. Oh, 3 things, you know, that you're grateful for. 3 things about you, or maybe your family member. It just changed some of our lives.
Yeah.
And we're still doing more. We're still doing more. And when I look at it, you know, sometimes when you say, call a parent and say thank you. You know, sometimes we forget that our parents need to be affirmed. Now that we're older and we're going through things, we don't even remember to say thank you, mommy, for just being there. That you can call your mom. I have a friend that lost her mom, and she I was asking her, I say, it's 1 year already. She said, I don't know, I passed through the year, because this used to be my go-to person. Like almost every day we would talk. Now you can't make that call.
That's right.
So now you have the parents, you are not even grateful that they are there. It's what is not working that you are thinking about. So we need to change our attitude so that we can be more, you know, grateful, and then be able to get, like I said, gratitude brings healing, brings restoration, makes you happier. So you're not dwelling on what is not working. You're dwelling on what is working. So by the time you start journaling, you know what that would do to you. You will see that there's something. Say, count your blessings, name them one by one. As you'll be surprised what God has done for you. So when you journal, you will see that sometimes you won't even catch some of those things. Normally, it's when I go through my notes, sometimes I'm like, hey, this happened. You know, oh, this happened. And once you start being grateful for little, you will see a lot will come to you. So please, let's keep it up. Let's keep it up and just be grateful for the tiniest of things. Like I said, the air you breathe in now, somebody is paying hugely for it. That you have blood flowing well without complications. People are going through chemo, going through things. You understand? So be grateful no matter what you're going through. Even if you're feeling sick, still be grateful, because it can be worse than it is now.
Absolutely.
It can be worse.
Absolutely. Wow, thank you so much. Why I always say that it's inexhaustible. We cannot even talk about this topic. We can't finish it. It's inexhaustible.
Very true.
So much to share. And that's why it amazes me that some people want to be evasive. They think being gratitude is not being real. Not being real. Things are not going well. Why are you pretending that it is? What's all that's always smiling, all this positive attitude? Listen, it has to be a way of life. It's that you are hopeful. It shows that you have faith. It shows that you trust in your vision, in your purpose, in your journey. Because you cannot just say because things are not working today, right now, it means it's over. It's not over. So your gratitude is important. Your growth is important for you to move. So you cannot say, oh, they're not being real. Why is she always smiling? Why I'm always I get very angry. Don't make me angry. I'm just joking. I get angry, but I don't dwell on it. I don't have to move on. You have to. I said it in the first week that I might just be upset about something, and I turn and I see a flower, and I forget. I'm like, oh, that flower is so pretty. I forget. I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be angry, or I have a disagreement with a friend or with someone I love so much, and then I just forget, and I start gisting, and I'm saying like, oh, I'm supposed to be upset, right?
You don't have a mean bone in you, so don't even bother.
I'm supposed to be upset. I don't want to stamp my feet on the but I forget, honestly, because I get excited about a lot of things. I just forget, and I just like, oh, whatever, you know. So we have to keep smiling because life is hard on its own.
Very true.
Life is tough. There's bills, there's your career choice, your children, your spouse, feeding. There's just a lot. You understand your business. There's a lot. So you don't even want to compound issues for your own self or people around you.
That's right.
You don't want to do. Okay, so let's just be happy. Let's stay in gratitude. Let's journal our growth process. You know how we're in that journey, and then let's. You know what? No matter what I'm seeing right now, I'm so grateful that at least I'm here. You are not who you were in January.
That's right.
Yeah.
Believe
very true.
You're different.
That's right.
From January till now, whether it's for the better or whether you're not sure what it is, but you're definitely different. Okay. Yeah. I want to really appreciate everybody. People are still joining in. You are so amazing, honestly.
Can I just say something before we finish? So still talking about gratitude, we'll be sharing benefits of gratitude, and a few things came to my mind that amongst every other thing that has been shared. Another thing about gratitude is that it boosts your self-confidence and your self-esteem. Yep. So remember, I'm coming from somewhere that I think I'm nothing. So every time I look into my book, which is what just happened right now, this is mine. This is mine. So I kind of like got the one for 18 months. So it's July 2023 to December 2023. So that's mine. Yeah. So this is week 20 now, which is one I just want to show. So that's how mine looks like. You can see. Yeah. So so I write down, you can see I write. So I guess this is what I'm trying to say. We are practicing what we are preaching. That is one. So it's not like textbook knowledge, and I just wanted to put that out. So everyone you see who has come on this platform that has spoken, they are actually a product of a product, a product of what they are saying. They're not just telling you because it's a textbook knowledge and reading, which is why we are sharing real life examples as well. So two, every time something happens to me, I open this up. And then I remember, oh, God brought me through this, or I did this. I did this and it worked. I'm like, okay, that's another strategy. Because sometimes we forget. Remember, we're humans, and that's why they say pen. Very true. The pen is the best thing you can ever do for your life in terms of writing down. That's what I'm talking about. Take pen to paper and always write down. Your head cannot contain everything. Yeah, it's flipping through my notes that I now see. Oh, I spoke to that person. That was the person that linked me. That's who I need to speak to. So this is where I'm going to. You will get better results in your life when you start writing down. And your writing down needs to be in the form of gratitude. You know, if you look at mine, I wrote here, I am grateful for. So write in the positive.
What are you grateful for?
Yes. And, you know, someone may say, why should I be grateful? Because I know Lady EJ has mentioned that. I always say, what's the alternative? So to follow me like this and think, I have a headache. Do you want me to keep saying, I have a headache, I have a headache, I have a headache? Oh, I have a headache. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to have energy. I'm going to say I'm the healed and not the sick. Because that is what I want. I will say exactly what I want. So to anyone who will say, all these aspire to perspire, all these lying, all this. No, I'm saying exactly what I want. Think of it like that. It's just a mindset thing. Which is what I keep saying. If you sort out your mindset, I promise you a lot of things will be easier for you. It's all about exactly what I don't want a headache. So why would I say I have a headache? I have a headache. You say you are lying. No, I'm not lying. The headache is there. I'm feeling it. Come on, guys. So why would I keep saying I have a headache? No, I would say I'm the healed and not the sick. You know, if I need to take paracetamol, I take the paracetamol. I'll still say I'm the healed and not the sick. I'll take the medicine. I still say my confession. I still say my word, and I'm built up on top of it. This is where I'm going to. Gratitude will get you more in life. You get better results in your life. One, it's a magnet for more. Think about it for the law of attraction, like a sponge, whereby if you soak the sponge in water, it takes everything in there. So if you want happiness, then you need to give happiness out so that it comes back to you. It's just a simple basic law. It does not respect who you are. It's all about a principle. The law of gravity says if you fall from you will fall down. It doesn't say, because you are fasting, black, blue, green, yellow. No, it applies to everyone. And so law of attraction, it applies to everyone. So if you want goodness in your life, give goodness out. You will get back the same measure. You know, when the Bible says give and it will be given back to you, good measure shaken down. Trust me, if you give, you get £1 back. It's not a cost, it's fact. If you want £10, give £10 out. If I give more than £10, you want more. That's the law. It works in the same way. And then the last thing I want to say in terms of gratitude is that gratitude, it reminds you. You know how we're talking about growth right now. You look at by December, if you're like me, I'm going to look through my notes now. I'm like, mommy, look at how you will. And then you all of a sudden, there's this level of confidence, and that's what I wanted to end with. There's this level of confidence that there's nothing impossible to you. There's nothing you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot deal with. There's nothing too high or too low, or too high or too fat or too slim. You just get this confidence, and it helps you to smile and be happier. And Okay, another thing I need to say, stress-free. Oh my gosh. The weight on top of the shoulders, on top of you, the one you are carrying, all the potato sack, all the foxes that you are carrying, freedom. If you are grateful, I promise you, complaining will even be difficult. In fact, by the time you start complaining, you have to say, what am I even complaining about? You just like Lady G will say, she like people to be angry. There's nothing to be there is no need. There is no need. You will just find out that your life is easier, stress-free, calmer. You know, we started this conversation for those who weren't here. We're talking about skin and how they said my skin age was lower than my age. And I was like smiling and dancing. It's a big deal for me because sometimes I feel like I'm stressed and I'm not taking as much rest. So for someone to validate that I'm doing well, I was just like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah.
So please, gratitude will make your life, you will sleep well, stress-free. Your brain will be clutter-free because you are not carrying the weight of the world. Anxiety will be so far away from you because you are grateful. You are grateful. Your understanding, your mind will be so open that you can see things clearly. You can think, you can focus. I call it brain food. Your brain will work better. You will utilize it more. Because according to science, we are not even using half of the brain, our brain capacity. So imagine if you are grateful, you'll be using much more because you'll be calmer.
Very true.
So I just thought to add that in as always.
Oh,
thank you
so very much. There's so much of note. I am going to just read something really quickly. Last week I shared something. I said, gratitude grows things, and it bears fruit.
Yes.
It grows things, and it bears fruits. What you put it in, what is growing is going to bear fruit. Joy, happiness, appreciation, longevity. It's just going to bear those beautiful, those gratitude. Smile. There's going to be a lot of smiles. There's going to be a lot of hugs. There's going to be a lot of love. There's going to be a lot of, oh, thank you so much.
Very true. Yeah.
Those are the
you get it back.
That bears. They bear fruits. It grows and it bears. We're rounding up now, and now just read this quickly. I'll read this quickly. I wrote something here. It's so good. We all have journals. Talks as Shodi has. I will not even ask Coach Bridget because hers will be so much, you know. So
I journal everywhere, but I have my gratitude notes. I don't think it's here. God. I'm trying to look for it. I have it here.
Something in my gratitude note. I said gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough. And it turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. I think that's so true. You know, it makes sense of everything around us. Right. So with that, I just want us to be able to take everything. I know we said a lot, but the beautiful thing is that we can always go on a replay to watch this.
Watch it.
Page, and then it's also going to be on our YouTube page. Please follow our YouTube page. We have a lot of information on our link tree. Follow at Win Nations, please, and then you're going to get all the information there. At Win Nations, I'm going to just write that down. I'm going to Win Nations _ okay, follow us there, and you're going to get more information and get the link to the YouTube so you can watch this. You can go on a replay, okay, and watch this. We're also rounding this up on Friday the 30th because we're just going to be announcing on our page the winners of all the amazing gifts we have to give you, for all those who are celebrating this month of June, for all those who joined us, and for all who invited somebody, and for all those who decide to follow our page and invite someone to follow the page. You can still do that because we're going to be doing a lot of giveaways from now to December. But for the month of June, we have some really amazing gifts from amazing people. We had great people partner and sponsor all this program, and we have things from them which you're going to look in there and you're going to see, you're going to receive, and you're going to share. Now, when you get, make sure you give as well. Okay, share what you have. All right. So with that, I'm just going to be saying a big thank you to everyone who joined us. We appreciate you
Thank
so
you.
much. We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm serious. And I want to especially thank Coach Bridget Ellison for joining us, for being our guest.
You. Thank you.
And Talks, who has been with me on this from day one. Thank you so much. It's amazing. Let me tell you something about these awesome women. So we have a little community, community that's very small. And these awesome ladies are part of that community. Everybody, I would say apart from the men who spoke, are all part of the community of women doing amazing things, who are sharing from their expertise and their experiences for us to learn, for us to grow, for us to evolve, and then ultimately for us to win.
That's right.
Not a know-it-all situation. It's a learning, growing, evolving, winning kind of situation. So I talked to Coach Bridget. I don't know everything, so I took some advice. So like, how should we do this? What should we do? How do we go about it? So I'm always disturbing my girl Sophia every day on the phone. Sophia, we have to do this. We need to get this started. I don't do everything, so I pull on my team and I pull on the admin to say, you know what, we need to create this. I want to create this, and I want your input, your ideas, and we are all learning.
Yes,
the journey, we're all going, okay, and we're all evolving, and then we're all going to win at the end of the day. That's where we get the testimony from. So please feel free to come along with us in this journey. Follow our handles and follow these amazing people. They're all tagged there at Coach Bridget Ellison. Follow her page. Talks is an amazing trainer also, who is a technologist, and she's doing a lot of things and trying to tell you little things you can do to create your own business from home. Follow her and you learn a lot. Okay. Thank you so much once again. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Israel Daniels, and I'm the founder and convener of Win Nations Network.
Yes.
We have a lot to share with you. We're doing so many little programs, and we know that it's for us to just tap into it and just be better people. Our personal growth and development is our responsibility and nobody else's. So please, let's get on and let's be better people. We're not perfect. I'm far from perfect. I make huge, terrible mistakes. But what I know for sure is that I don't want to remain the person that I am. I want to learn and I want to be better. So
grow,
and if I err in any way, please be better that I'm human. I do not intend to remain there. I only take accountability. I take what's that word again? When you take accountability, I own it. Okay. I would say I'm sorry. I would say forgive me, because I want to get better and I want to learn. Okay. I would try not to be defensive. I get defensive sometimes. So all in the bid to get better. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you a lot.
Thank you. Have a good night. Love you too.
Okay, God bless you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.